Let's jump into the Azure portal and configure Autoscale for the app service plan. We are currently on the Scale Out App Service Plan page, and now let's focus specifically on the Autoscale option for app service. When you select the automatic scaling mode under the Scale Out method section, Azure will intelligently manage the number of instances running your app. This means your app will scale out, add more instances during peak demand, and scale in, reduce instances when the demand drops, all without you lifting a finger. This platform managed auto-scaling is based on real-time traffic and performance metrics such as HTTP request volume or CPU usage. Azure continuously monitors the workload and adjusts the instance count accordingly, ensuring your app remains responsive while optimizing cost. When you select rules based under the scale out method, you're choosing to define your own custom scaling logic. Instead of letting Azure fully control scaling, like in the automatic option, you set specific rules and conditions that determine when your app should scale in or out. For example, you can create a rule that says, if CPU usage goes above 70% for 5 minutes, add one instance. Or, if HTTP queue length exceeds 100, scale out by 2 instances. You can even set time-based rules, like scaling out during business hours and scaling in overnight. This method gives you fine-grained control over how your app responds to demand, making it ideal when you have predictable traffic patterns or specific resource triggers. Keep in mind, if you also enable automatic scaling, it will override these custom rules. So you'll want to use one method at a time depending on your scenario. To define your own rules, just click on Configure. I'm on the Autoscale settings page for my app service plan, and this is where I set up custom Autoscale rules that let Azure automatically scale my app based on usage or a defined schedule. I've selected the custom autoscale option because I want more control over how and when my app scales. First, I give the autoscale setting a name and link it to the right resource group. Right now, the instance count is set to 1, but this will automatically adjust based on the rules I define. In the default scale condition, I set what Azure should do when no other rule matches. I can either scale based on a metric like CPU usage or HTTP request volume, or choose to scale to a specific instance count at a certain time. For now, I'm keeping one instance as the baseline. If I want more specific behavior, like scaling out during peak hours or responding to high CPU load, I can click Add a Scale condition to build that logic. Once I'm happy with my setup, I just hit save and Azure will take over from there, scaling my app up or down automatically so I don't have to worry about traffic spikes or over provisioning. This is how you manage and configure App Service Plan Autoscale settings.